So, a very, very good morning to each one, and what in Jainism they call Jai Jinendra. So, Jai Jinendra to each one of you. So, today we are going to start on one another very important foundation, thought pattern, and belief of Jainism of a parigraha. Day one, we spoke about non-violence and we spoke about that compassion is the key. If we have compassion within ourselves, we allow ourselves, before we become violent in our thoughts, in our speech, in our action, in our food, in anything. So, compassion is the key. If I have compassion towards myself and others, then I automatically think about how much it can hurt others, and I stop being hurtful to others. And that mindfulness of not, am I hurting somebody else through my actions, my thought, my speech, and correcting that. Anytime other people in your surrounding make you feel angry, agitated, irritated, the affirmation is always, I am in charge of my life. My lack of being in charge makes me feel vulnerable to the other people because I somewhere put them high in the pedestal and allowed them to control me. Getting angry is a sign of being controlled by somebody else. So day one, clear with everyone. We are just quick revision so that everyone knows when they are putting it in their daily life that what it is. Yesterday, we spoke about the second philosophy, Anekantvad, which is that everybody has a different perception. And without us knowing the complete truth, reacting on the same is not a healthy thing to do. We even spoke about that it is our own quality of being a good listener, which allows us to understand other. Putting ourselves in others' shoes allows us to understand their perspective. Where are they coming from? And when we understand where are they coming from, probably we are at a better place. So rather than reacting, we are at a better place to completely understand the entire truth and then take our actions. So rather than being in an impulsive reaction that we portray all the time, the impulsive reaction comes out of a lot of insecurity within ourselves. And we believe that that's the only way the world operates. There is a lot of assumption. It's not based on truth. Impulsiveness comes always and always based on our assumptions. What if this may happen? Last time this happened, so I feel this time also this will happen. But that's not the truth. What happened last time is over and completed. Today is a new day and a new reality. So to get it implemented in our daily lives, we had a very simple guideline that allow yourself just to develop the quality of being a good listener. When people are saying, rather than impulsively, you start telling them how they are incorrect, you are correct, wanting to prove yourself. Simply saying, listen to them. And rather than reacting, I'll get back to you on the same. It gives you time to absorb it, think about it, putting yourself in another person's shoe. Why is the person saying that? How will that impact? Then what happens? Like everything. And that needs some time for you to look at the situation from a bigger perspective. So that was our yesterday's commitment to ourselves. How many of you actually listened to that and did that, I don't know. Because yesterday there were many few feedbacks. So that makes me either think that all of you understood it and let me go to the third topic, or that makes me understand that nobody has understood it, but nobody finds it important enough to question me back on the same. So just one question, BSK saying, I'm tired of listening, I have become angry. It has already, like, the slide has moved. So Mahak, can you just say what BSK said? Otherwise, I'll not be able to cover today's topic. I lose patience sometimes. Yeah, everybody loses patience sometimes, and the patience is a virtue. And to develop that, you have to begin somewhere. And that's why we are simplifying it rather than making it a rule and a ritual, because then we get so stuck in the rituals of the religions that we really want. I'm not asking anyone that, I mean, why are you getting angry? Why did you do that? I'm simply asking, develop one habit. One habit. So BSK, whoever that, I do not know whether it's a male or a female. I just want them to have one belief. As and when there is a conversation, there is something, you just develop the quality of being a good listener. Allow other person to complete. By your own time, say, yes, I've heard you. I'll think over it and get back to you. So develop that and tell me what difference it makes. Then I will answer all your questions. I'm not running away. I'm very much here. I am here to answer all your questions, look, of what to do and how to go about it. So let us speak about the third very, very, very important point of life. And if we be able to master that, the virtue of aparigraha, I'm not even calling the quality of that. The virtue of that, virtue is something, a quality that we develop across time and space. It takes few lifetimes to develop a virtue. People spend their entire life to develop that particular virtue. Virtue of compassion, virtue of patience, virtue of tolerance. So we are talking about virtue of aparigraha. So what exactly aparigraha means, before I speak, let us have a look at the video where it is being simplified. Because yoga believes into it, Hinduism believes into it, Jainism believes into it. So Mahak, please start the video.
have to make a living. We have to be competitive. And as long as in whatever we do, we are sensitive to others and we are willing to help others, I think it is fine. There is this great concept, not only in Jainism, but also in India, in the basic Indian thought of aparigraha. Aparigraha means please have a limit about whatever your wants are. It's an extraordinary thing. Even if I said I'll become a trillionaire, I must stop after a trillion. It's a very subtle point. And the subtle point is that if you are controlled by greed, you will never get free from it. But if you put a limit on your greed, you are accepting a limit on your mind and on your greed.
Can you just show the other slide? So somebody is asking, am I Jain? Yes, I am Jain. It's a very funny question because what defines I am Jain or not? So that's why I was avoiding answering that, because then does Jainism means because I'm born in a family which belongs to the religion that they believe in, Jain? Or if I can call myself Jain when I'm following the foundation key beliefs that Jainism believes in? So who is the one who can define themselves as Jain? So if your question is whether I'm born in a Jain family, whether I'm married in a Jain family, yes, I am. I'm born in a Jain family. I'm married in a Jain family. I was the fortunate one who could teach Theta Healing, past life regression to Jain monks. So I have taught Jain monks about Theta Healing, about past life regression, B technique. I have taken them into regression as well. And the reason I really wanted them to even do my past life regression class was that all the philosophy of Jainism or any religion that we today preach or we understand were what we in today's time we are doing is our 24 Tirthankaras or 24 God form that they believe in. The 24th, the last one in that Kal Chakra. So they believe in a Kal Chakra. So in a particular time frame, that point of time, the last one was Lord Mahavira. The name was Vardhaman. We call it Mahavira because the Veer means one who is brave. Viro ka Veer, Mahavir. So one who is very brave. And why do we call him? So that's a designation, that's a quality that we worship. And we worship that quality because the one who didn't externalize externally whatever is happening and you are changing, you are fighting. They believe in Samayik Pratikraman, Prati Akraman. So, but the whole religion believes in looking within. So the greed, as they said, non-possession, I do not want to possess, tie a limit to how much you want to possess. And that happens when, if you are being controlled by greed or non-violence, you are being controlled by anger, yesterday's topic. So all those, like whether I'm being greedy, whether I'm being angry, whether there is too much of attachment with people around me. So all this are within me. So if I have to fight anything, I have to fight and look within myself. And the one who could do that, that was Mahavira. That was called Mahavir because the one who could really win that battle. So anyway, let us go to that. So for you, the answer is simply that, yes, I'm born in a Jain family. I believe in the Jainism philosophy. So let us understand what aparigraha, what does people understand from aparigraha? It is a Sanskrit word. So non-possession. We start believing that every materialistic things that I want to possess, every relationship that I want to possess, everything that I want to possess. So this philosophy teaches us in the non-possession. Understand, we will go in a theta way. We teach you manifestation abundance also. We are not blocking abundance. We are not creating a scarcity mindset. But from what thought process, when we have it, what we feel, we are going to go deeper into that. So non-possession, aparigraha, is a philosophy that holds that no one or anything possesses anything. In Hinduism and Jainism, aparigraha is the virtue of non-possessiveness, non-grasping or non-greediness. The word comes from the Sanskrit a prefix meaning non, pari meaning on all sides, all around me. I'm surrounded by that. And graha meaning to take or to grab. I want it. The constant need in me, I want it. Therefore, aparigraha translates as not taking more than one needs. So, as a human, we all are somewhere where we start our journey on the need based, on a survival based. When a child is born, Mike, you can shut the slide. When we come down on the earth, who are we? We are soul. And what is the element of the soul? Joy and light. I'm not even saying happiness. Happiness can be, I'm happy right now if I have it, conditional. I love chocolate. If I eat chocolate, makes me feel happy. Second chocolate makes me feel happy. Third, I'm not happy at the same level. 10th, I'm not at all happy with my chocolates. 50th, 100th chocolate at the same time you force me. Sangeeta, you love chocolate, so now have 100 chocolates right now. The 100th chocolate becomes the reason of my unhappiness. So it is very much connected. The reason of your happiness can be the reason of your unhappiness. And why does that become? Because of the parigraha. I never drew a boundary, a line on how much. Because that point of time, probably, I'd never eaten a chocolate. I wanted more, give me more, give me more, give me more. What if tomorrow I will not get to eat a chocolate? Why did that happen? The reason that I question, that I ask you guys every day. Rather than, what does Theta Healing teach us? Okay, this is a philosophy, but I will be able to follow it, not as a ritual, as a rule, because somebody told me that, you must have a parigraha. Somebody told me that, oh, if you want 20 outfits, Only when you want to buy the 21st, you release one and buy. People do that because that is what they are being taught. But then at a mental level, at the level of thought, there is a constant guilt based and a constant sense of that contentment is missing. We start following our rules and rituals because I feel that, oh, if I possess, it is wrong to possess. And then we block our own manifestation of abundance because guilt is one emotion which will always call for punishment. But if I would have asked at that point of time to myself that if my philosophy is teaching me to have aparigraha, which means it is teaching me not to have parigraha, let us simplify that. So it is telling me, why do I have parigraha? What does parigraha means? I'm not drawing a boundary. Why do I have parigraha? What quality do you require? I want your answers before I explain you. Because still you will not allow your brains to start thinking in this direction for everything that happens in your life. Why do I have it? Once you have the clarity, so that is called diagnosis. Diagnose your problem. Why do you have greed then, Geeta? Why am I greedy? Why do I succumb to the greed-based life? No child is born greedy. Nobody is born greedy. No soul is greedy. I've never heard somebody saying the soul is greedy. People are greedy for being spiritual. People are greedy for having moksha. Are we not greedy about that? So is greed in itself negative or positive? What do you want to detach when you say detachment? Are we not so attached to our detachment as well? Insecurity, mentally detaching, but how? Sanskar from previous lives. What one quality do I need to develop to be able to have a parigraha into my life? One quality. I want that one answer. So I am giving you a simple answer. Clarity of what makes me happy. What makes one happy differs from person to person. All the points that you are saying, contentment, greed, detachment, non-attachment, everything can come only and only when I have clarity of who I am, what makes me happy. Why does that make me happy? If I feel that my family has bought a car, there is a constant coveting, there is a constant comparison in the human mind. Their reason of being unhappy is not what they don't have. Their reason of unhappiness is more of what others have. They are unhappy because of somebody else got 100 marks, but I got 90 marks. So now I'm unhappy. So they do not even enjoy the 90 marks they got. Or somebody else just bought a Mercedes, but I just have a small car. Because somebody else have and now I don't have it, becomes the reason of my unhappiness. Now, when you buy Mercedes, somebody else bought another bigger car. That somebody else maybe is somebody from your family and friends. Now, again, it becomes a reason of your unhappiness. You know what? They bought a Tesla. You know what? they are doing so well. They have their own helipad. They are going to have their own helicopter. Now, again, that becomes the reason of my unhappiness, my contentment, all gone. If at all I have clarity of what makes me happy, and then I visualize that. So, as in the video we saw that you want to become a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, it is okay. Nothing wrong in that. But no, have clarity. Only when I become trillionaire, I will be happy. Then do not bind or cage yourself by saying that being trillionaire is wrong. Then you are in a trap. Then don't cage. Say, I want 50 cars, then I'm happy. Say, if my house is 10,000 square feet, then I'm happy. It's okay. Then at least all your thought, everything is in alignment with that. But then feeling that it's wrong, then you are in a trap. And then enjoy having contentment. Because even in the companies, when you set up a goal from point A to point Z, you decide the milestones B, C, D, E, F, G. And then having the clarity of Z, you focus on B. Then you can achieve that. How do I know whether I have parigraha or aparigraha? Is aparigraha always only in the materialistic things? People find it easier to tie themselves down having the aparigraha in the materialistic thing that, oh, I must have a boundary of how much I want to have, how many cars, how much property, how much of wealth accumulation. And then they feel guilty that, oh, we are not having. Then they judge others. Oh, how can you buy a sari? How can you enjoy wearing a jewelry? I do enjoy. Yes, I do. But what happens is, then they are constantly like, if a woman thinks that, you know what, if I will release 10 kgs of weight, 20 kgs of weight, then only I am good enough. Is that parigraha? Because even when you release 10 kgs, you are still not feeling happy with yourself. No, it is parigraha. Because I want more. I want more. What I have, I am not happy with that. My child got 90, but no, why he didn't get 92? Oh God, like just one simple mistake. You could have come at the top. Is that parigraha? Yes, it is. Anything which doesn't allow you to live with contentment, you are being greedy, is parigraha. And how do I resolve it? I learned it from my son. I always thought I understand religion and I am following, but he taught me. People consider him because he questions a lot in all these philosophies. He questions a lot. He will ask me many, many questions. And honestly, I have realized that the younger generation is more probably religious or spiritual than what we all claim to be, because we might be following kriyas, I might be doing my mantras. He doesn't do it, but he has a lot of clarity. He questions it. He understands, he does research, and then he wants to understand it deeper. He is not a blind follower of any of them. As a kid, when I used to take him out for shopping, I remember one of my vacation, I went to UK and US, both the continent, and we all wanted to buy. Oh, this is very good in UK. This is very good in US. You have come here, you don't shop. How does it happen? And he was the one, he didn't buy a single penny. As a kid, I'll take him to the shop and I will force him that, your t-shirt as a whole, your shirt as a whole. You go to Dhirubhai Ambani school, your friends are all like, I mean, very high profile. Like, at least don't wear torn clothes. Like, log kya sochenge, iski maa usko kapde bhi nahi deti hai. And he is fine with, he will wear those clothes and go. And he, as a kid, started crying and said, but no, I don't want to buy. I said, it is such a nice shirt. He said, yeah, I'm not disagreeing to your point that it's not nice. It is very nice, but I don't need it, mom. And he explained me that day very beautifully. Mom, you go and buy things because you like it. And I'm not saying it is wrong. But to me, I always ask this question, do I need it? And I think I have already 5 t-shirts. I have 3 shirts and 2 pants. I don't think I need it. I'm happy with that. How many clothes do I? Whole day I'm in the school uniform. When I come back, I wear my night suit. How many clothes do I require? So, mom, I don't want to buy it because I don't need it. The minute, even if it is the most expensive suit, if he will put on and it doesn't fit him, he will not wait to hold on to that suit. He will immediately call my house help and give it to somebody. He's like, no, I think whenever I need, we will see it at that time. It doesn't fit me anymore. Let somebody else use it. So he let go of things very easily. What you do physically, you do it mentally as well. And I think it taught me a very, very big lesson of life, because for me, like, my shopping was always what I like. If I like, I want to have that. I never questioned myself, do I need it? And my honest confession is, I have not yet reached there. I have not yet been able to transform to his level of saying that, oh, I don't need it, so I will not buy it. I still succumb to my greed of, oh, this is so beautiful, let me have this. But I am okay. I am making my transition, because like, he makes me think of everything. I go to a shop and he said, yeah, if you like it, you buy it. You realize, no, you like all silk, you like all pure fabric. You don't eat potato, onion, and garlic at home. But at the same time, how many silkworms die to make this one outfit? How do you claim yourself to be Jain? How do they buy those branded bags? How do they claim themselves to be Jain? When they shout and scream, how do they claim themselves to be a Jain? Is Jainism followed only when you go to the temple? How many flowers you pluck? How do you claim yourself to be a Jain? And why do you follow that? So and after listening to so much of lecture, I don't feel like picking up that outfit and buying it. And he is very much against the entire Indian philosophy that why do you have to earn more and more and more for your children? Look at people abroad. As long as your thought process is, I want to give it to my child, and that will, it's my responsibility as a parent to look at the security of my child. How can one develop a parigram? Because then I feel that, oh, let me do this for my child. And then their second generation, ek ghar le lo, like, have a house. So I need one extra house. It's like, how much do you guys, anything that shines is good for you. Gold is shining, so it is good. It's still a metal. Diamond is shining, so it's good for you. It's still a metal. And then what do? You buy so much. It's a criminal waste, and then you keep it in the lockers. And then you say, my country is not growing. How is it going to grow? Don't do it for us. You travel by business class, it's fine. You spend on yourself. You deserve it. So, friends, I am just simply telling you that probably what we have understood of parigraha. And I realize that whether it is even in the relationship, when somebody loves us, we never see how much what they are doing for us. Our focus is on what they have not done. We are still greedy. I wish they do this more for me. I wish that's also a lot of parigraha. I really request each one not to like take this concept in the materialistic possession, but see it in your everyday life at your thought level where you get hurt by people. Continuing with yesterday's topic only, where you are getting hurt, you are being greedy of what they are not giving you. Isn't it that their soul has the liberty? You don't possess them. You don't possess your spouse. You don't possess your children. You don't possess your relationship. You don't possess people who are helping you. If you want to develop non-possession, get it first in your relationship. You don't own them. We believe that we possess them. And that's why we become greedy. There is no boundary. We want to do more, or we are getting hurt by what they do. Because I start believing I possess them. If you want to do today a boundary, have clarity and understanding of what makes you happy of their behavior. And why do you expect it from them? You can give it to yourself as well. Somebody has written on the group, I am already detached. I do not think so. Nobody who is claiming to be detached. The detachment, just make sure, is this your detachment or your resentment? And the people, non-attachment is the key. If you were detached, what you ask for, subconscious gives it back to you. Then you are detached with your own physical body also, many things not working for you. So majority time when people say detachment, it comes out of a lot of anger, hatred. And that is not what we are preaching or teaching. The topic is huge and time is less. Please share your feedback on the same. We will understand it. Let us first do a few downloads because we are already running short of time and we are already like 40 minutes. So let us do and allow ourselves to understand it deeper. So would you all like to know that I know what it feels like to have the clarity of my mind of what I wish to have, what makes me happy, what I would like to possess. And to first possess the energy of my own soul's element of joy, happiness, and light. I know what it feels like to possess my joy, to possess my liberation, to possess my happiness, to possess my freedom, to possess my pride in myself, to possess my belief in myself, to possess the clarity of thoughts, to possess the equilibrium with the balance with which I would like to operate with, to possess this balance, to possess the equilibrium. I know what it feels like to respect and honor the boundaries in every aspect of my life, at my thought level, my speech level, my relationships. May that be in my personal or professional relationship, to respect and honor others, to draw their boundaries. I know what it feels like to understand non-possession and aparigraha through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is. Without me blocking myself and without me getting into the scarcity mindset, without me getting into the guilt trip, without me caging myself in my own thought process, I understand what it feels like to move beyond the greed of wanting to have more and more and more. And I understand having contentment, being able to enjoy every moment of life through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is. I know how to, when to, it is safe and it is possible for me to be in the moment, to be aligned with my own energies, to be aligned with the energy of Tirthankar Mahavira, to be aligned in the energy of Arihant, to allow, to invoke the Mahavir in me now, and that it is safe, it is possible. I know what it feels like to be victorious, understanding being victorious through Creator's definition and perspective, without constantly making myself realize to have a look and check at the failures, to look at the victory, to move beyond the concept of success and failure, and that it is safe and it is possible for me to be victorious within myself, my own inequalities that I choose to develop now of Lord Mahavira, my inequalities of the Creator of all that is, of unconditional love and light that I choose to operate with. I allow myself to be in flow with that, to have the receptor for the same, and to cancel the receptors of being succumbed to having the non clarity, to be greedy, to be angry, to be agitated, resentment, regrets, rejections, prejudices, grudges. I release the receptors for the same and release it to the light of the Creator of all that is, to be transformed into the energy of unconditional love, light, and healing. I allow myself to recognize, acknowledge, and appreciate my own soul's element and my own quality without being judgmental, without having the need to prove myself. I allow myself to be in synchronicity with the divine forces. I understand the difference between non attachment and detachment. I understand what it feels like to allow myself to have the clarity of the purpose of my soul, purpose of my this lifetime, and to allow myself to be the best version of myself, to operate with the best potential that I have, with joy, with happiness, with contentment, through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is, without getting trapped into the mass consciousness, without being the victim of the misunderstanding, without being succumbed to my own ego, and that I understand it through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is. I understand the universal phenomena and the universe, the construction of the universe, the Brahmand within myself and outside. I understand the concept of Aham Brahmasmi through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is. I understand the universe, the energy of love, the light that vibrates within me and around me, the microcosm and the macrocosm of it, through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is now. I know how to operate in my daily life with the same. It is safe. It is possible. I'm deserving to be the person who operates with love, light, joy, and happiness, who attract love, light, joy, and happiness, who is surrounded by love, light, joy, and happiness. I choose to live my daily life with the same. I am love, light, joy, happiness, and contentment. Creator of all that is, it is commanded to instill these feelings into each one who says yes right now and later while watching the video. These feelings be instilled into each one of them, into the language that they understand, into the language of their soul, for each one's highest and best, for the highest and best, and letting that whole process unfold as much as they are ready for it without being greedy to have it in now only. To let it flow and to know that with the belief that I am the divine, and to be able to acknowledge the God within themselves and to able to operate with the same, the highest and best possible way for each one, for the highest and best, into every cell, fiber, tissue, molecule of the body, every area of their life, and all the parallel universe realities that each one is living right now, in all the different forms that in now, the past, present, and future that I may have lived in, the different tree of lives that I may have created, in all the 14 Rajlok, in all the different forms, at all the for level of my beliefs, in my genetic structure, into my DNA, to the mitochondria, for each one's highest and best, for their highest and best. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Creator, show me. Whoever wish to have this, please say yes. Passing unconditional love and light to each one present here. Allow yourself to feel that light within you. The light that can illuminate everything within you and around you. The light which is very soothing yet very empowering. Allow yourself to connect to the light of knowledge, willpower, wisdom, and the complete truth through Creator's definition and perspective, and the willingness to change and embrace the complete truth. Breathing in this light, being in complete alignment with yourself, being at peace with yourself in the state of bliss, being the light that you are, power that you are. Take a deep breath in and being completely in alignment. Feeling good, feeling lighter, come back to the room and open your eyes. I request each one to listen to the downloads for last 3 days. These are huge concepts. Even our gods took many years to master them, master these virtues. Rather than taking a new topic tomorrow, I would like to brush on that, take your question answer to bring you clarity. Do more downloads, and if time permits, meditation for the same. Because the last day we all will do the forgiveness meditation. And as I said, forgiveness does not happen if we don't possess these qualities, we don't have them. So please take the time out to listen to today, yesterday, day before yesterday's recording. Listen to the downloads again and again. Listen to the recording, entire recording, to understand the concept. And in your diary, write those 3 points where you are willing to make change and make that change as a commitment. So thank you all for joining and being the part of this beautiful journey of understanding how to live our life, how to give foundation to our lives, moving beyond our ignorant state. It has been a wonderful energy today. I could feel and sense the energy of each one of you, which was very beautiful. So I know there is a huge shift which is happening. Thank you with lots of gratitude, love, and light from Team Cesta. See you all tomorrow, 9 o'clock sharp. Thank you.